Shaheen is back with us. What have you got?
Shall we discuss YouTube influencer boxing?
Oh, do we have to?
Oh, there's the response I thought I might get this
What
morning.
an absolute joke of an event that was, wasn't it? Shaheen, I take my hat off to some of these kids, the way that they forge and build these not only careers, empires for themselves in this day and age. But I was one of the idiots that parted with 20 quid to watch that out of intrigue more than anything else. And it was pathetic. It was so embarrassingly cringing-worthy bad that...
if you could ask for your money back, you would?
But I'm delighted that I saw what I saw, because it means I never have to go through that ever again, because it was just an utter joke.
I hate when Andy sits on the fence.
I know.
Oh, no, Andy, you need to tell us how you really feel.
It really
I prefer
was.
the ranting Andy to this one.
It was so bad. And again, I'm sure in the Manchester Arena, everyone loved it. I bet the atmosphere was great.
Yep.
But it isn't boxing. They've got gloves on, but it ain't boxing. They can do some weights and do a few sit-ups, but you ain't boxers, guys. You really aren't, I'm afraid.
So is this the difference, Natalie? Is it a case of rebranding it to influencer boxing, to social media or YouTube boxing? Because at the moment it's branded as boxing and it seems to be disrespecting the sport.
It is. You're absolutely right.
And the boxing purists absolutely hate this.
When you think of what proper boxers have to absolutely go through to try and not only win fights, putting themselves on the line, to make a few quid and to have a career out of that. And I've heard people like Carl Froch talking about these guys, and Carl's not having it for 1 second. And having witnessed what I saw the other day and the way it ended and what it descended into at the end of the fight before the Tommy Fury fight, the Dillon Danis and Logan Paul fight, it was just an absolute joke. It really was.
However, the numbers are exceptional.
Yeah.
The appetite for this is unbelievable. And I think we as a radio station, you look at YouTube, you look at these platforms that are grown by the millions and millions and the young eyes coming in it.
Yeah.
You know, talkSPORT put it on. Our boxing YouTube channel went up through the roof. Yeah. The numbers were there. There's this huge appetite for YouTube boxing. But it's now almost a case as, does it have to be rebranded to be respected as well?
I think we have to park it in a different area to what boxing is, because it's not the same in any way. You have already pointed out the standard is clearly not there. So I do think we have to park it as a sort of, I don't even know what you call it. Maybe it is just influencer boxing, or it's very different to normal boxing.
Yes.
But like you say, the demand is there. It is a young crowd that are intrigued by it all, and maybe it is bringing new eyes on a sport. But really, what we're seeing in the ring is clearly not what we see when it's two proper boxers going head to head.
What we needed, Nat, at the end was a ladder to come in and John Fury to go up on top of a ladder and then throw himself off the top and land on everyone underneath. Because that's how
WWE it has that feel around it.
That's where it is. I mean, I bet professional wrestlers, when the WWE first started, I bet they thought, what on earth is this? This isn't what we do. This isn't the sport that we... And I'm sure those inside boxing will have seen that and will have just laughed at it out loud, because it's not boxing. It really isn't.
No.
Is there a middle ground, though, for it as well? You know, boxing fans have been waiting for a huge fight for quite some time. You know, AJ Fury, is it on, is it off? Is it on, is it off?
I agree with that.
Of course, Fury, yes, Usyk is happening. As long as Fury gets then another fight in between then, that will be seen as a kind of nonsense fight that he's expected to win. So in the meantime, is there boxing fans who could enjoy this and say, okay, for the entertainment, for the spectacle, let's get involved in it? Because Eddie Hearn was at the fight the other night and he said, you know, my daughter wanted to be part of it. Yep. The next generation really want to see this. So do we all need to come together and say, okay, there can be a little bit of both, and boxing fans can still get to enjoy this for the spectacle and for the escapism?
Yeah, I think that, again, I applaud them for the way that they sell these events. But there's no way they'll continue to pull the wool over the public's eyes in terms of it being a boxing contest. This is showbiz. This is just a bit of showbiz. It's a night out. It's a bit of fun. I think if and that's right, if they brand it in such a way, like the WWE was branded all those years ago, different to everything else, I think then it might have some legs. But I think they continue to think that they're going to appease the boxing fraternity, those that love the sport, then I can't see it. I cannot see it will last.
Well, we've had a text in to say it's branded as misfits boxing, which is absolutely right. It is misfits boxing. I don't know if that's what the promoters are branding it as, but certainly I think that's what people are calling it, misfits, which it certainly is. But maybe we want to hear from you if you watched it. What did you think of it? As we mentioned already, the real winners were talkSPORT listeners, because you could have heard it for free with us. You didn't have to pay for it. And you could have watched along on YouTube as well. Not the fight, but with our commentary team, you could have watched along, and fascinating it was if you did do that. Andy's not happy about it, the standard of it, perhaps not even paying for it as well. I just thought it was pathetic.
It wasn't even a fight. The first one, that Logan Paul and Dillon Danis, whatever it was called. I mean, it was just like, it was pathetic.
The build-up was more fun to the actual fight.
Yeah, it was entertainment. It was like panto entertainment.
Absolutely. 03717 223344. We want to hear from you this morning. Did you listen to the boxing on talkSPORT? Did you watch it? Can you understand why it's so popular? Maybe just let us know why you think we should all actually be tuning into it in future. Should we accept it? Is it the norm now? Is this the way forward for it as well? Give us a call or send us a text to 81089. Shaban for now. Thank you.